What's good, YouTube? T here, your local SPL insider, and I did a thing this weekend. I ended up taking Mega Lucario to the top 14 playoffs of SPL. I ended up coming in 12th place in points, which allowed me to make top 14. It's been a heck of a season this season. I didn't get all the videos that I wanted out, and I ended up not hitting record for the full showcase of playoffs, so I don't even have the VOD to review, and it didn't save on Twitch either. So I'm just going to showcase a lot of the decks that were played, and I'll have some other videos come out, but I was kind of proud of my Lucario list, even though I only made it to top 8. This is the third straight top 8 that I've made in SPL. I've competed in 4 SPL seasons out of the 7. I lost in top 14 for the first one, and then now I've made top 8 for the rest, because I made top 8 season 2, season 3, and now season 7. So yeah, I was really proud of the Lucario list, and let's just get into it. Alright, so the obvious part, we have 3 Mega Lucario EX. Obviously the main attacker of the deck with the Origin of Attack. Does 130, allows you to attach up to 3 basic fighting energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. And then Mega Brave for 270, and you can't use Mega Brave next turn. This is just the card that sets up everything. It takes all of your key knockouts, or a majority of your key knockouts. This takes the big KOs against like Dragapult with Premium Power Pro. Originally the list had Max Belt, and you'll see why I changed the aspect to just for playoffs, but this is your main attacker. Obviously it evolves from Riolu. I had to take out my stamped ones because I switched it up, and I played 3 of the 70 HP Riolus. The 70 HP Riolu is because I ended up playing Buddy Poffin in the list, but I wanted 180 HP just for the accelerating stab in case I went up against Pult, and I wanted accelerating stab just to take out a Badoo, because sometimes you don't want to use your rocks against the Badoo. So that's just what that was for. Obviously I have my 3 Soul Rock, 2 Lunatone. This is the main draw engine of the deck usually. So Lunatone says if you have a Soul Rock in play, you can discard fighting energy and draw 3 cards. That is what helps you cycle through the deck. But I also ended up playing 2 Dunsparce and 1 Dunsparce with the runaway draw ability. I ended up playing this. I tried this weeks before SPL started, and I ended up not liking it too much. I also tried it with like a 1/1 Makuhita Hariyama line, and it just seemed really clunky. Like I never saw because I played 2 Dodun when I tried that, but I never saw the Dodun whenever I like wanted to. So this, I kind of just took the idea from the Dragapult lists that were just playing a 1/1 Dodun line, and I thought, if I could at least get 2 on the board, I could see the 1 Dodun, draw the 3 cards, and then if I find a way to grab Dodun again, I could see 3 more cards. So now between Solrock, Lunatone, and then having 2 Doduns, I could see 9 cards before having to play a supporter, and hopefully that could get me there. So that was kind of just the idea. And then with all of these slot box decks running around and all the decks playing Lily's Clefairy, I ended up throwing in, 1 Dudunsparce EX. So Dudunsparce EX has the Tenacious Tail attack, so for each EX your opponent has in play, this attack does 60 times that amount. So if they have 4 EXs in play, it does 240. So it's good against all the slot box decks that play like King, Teal Mask, Lily's Clefairy, Raging Bull, all that. The game plan against them would be to try and get like 2 knockouts with like either this or Lucario, and then end the game with the other. That was kind of the game plan, and it ended up never coming up because I ended up losing in top 8 and never had to play against it. But that was the general idea. If I were to change, I don't think I would change anything. I think I would leave this 1/1 line the way it is, just because Slotbox is a pretty popular deck in the area. It was kind of for the tournament, with like 3 of them being in the top 14, and then Henry winning with 1 of them. So I think I would leave this in, and the deck, I mean, the Dodun line and the Rock line ended up performing really well. So I really enjoyed those cards, and that's nothing new, right? So we have 4 Lily's Clefairy for Shuffle Draw. We have 2 Bosses of Orders. Normally there'd be 3 here, but I have some other tech inclusions just because it's top 14. You know what a lot of the players are playing, so you kind of want to tech for who you may see. I did keep the 1 Wally's Compassion because I don't like playing the deck without at least 1. I've always played the deck with 2. So I wanted to keep at least 1 just for like the Pult matchup or the matchups that have to 2-shot you. Like I played Garchomp in top 14, and that matchup has to 2-shot you because you're never letting them get down like 3 rose rates. But you want to keep damage off your Lucario to make it last as long as possible. And then 1 Judge. These are relatively standard in Lucario. So these are the cards that I kept in. And then for my quote-unquote tech cards, so I ended up playing 2 Brock Scouting. I was hard going second with this deck. Obviously the deck can go first, and it might be sometimes better going first, but in testing I had a lot of issues just like setting up going second. So I added in the 2 Brock Scouting because Brock Scouting grabs 2 basic Pokemon, which means it can just grab Solrock and Lunatone, and then you can discard an energy and see 3 more cards, and that could probably get you to your basics or like other starter cards like Buddy Buddy, Fighting On, things like that. And then if you don't need it for setting up basics, it just grabs 1 evolution, so you could grab Dodun, you can grab Mega Lucario. It obviously only came up once, but it was great when I had it. And then 1 Hilda. Hilda kind of for the same reason, but this also searches an energy. So the Hilda searches your deck for an evolution and an energy. So this can grab your Rocky fighting energy and a Lucario, or it can grab a fighting energy and your Dunsparce, and now you can discard the fighting energy, draw 3 cards, and then evolve into Dun and see 3 more cards. So sometimes this is just a draw 6 while thinning 2 cards out of the deck. And then last but not least, I kind of added a win more card in Airy. The reason I added Airy is because a lot of the time when you're about to take like later game KOs, your opponent can really mess you up with like Unfair Stamp or like a Hammer combo or a Hammer special red card. So I just wanted to play a card that would let me get hand knowledge while also taking away resources. I ended up playing this in my top 14 match and taking away a Fighting Gong and a Night Stretcher to basically just seal game, because now you can't search for an energy, and I'm knocking out like the only chomp you have on board, so you're not getting it back, and you don't have a reliable way to search one now in your hand. Now I know your hand as well. But I did want to use this for like hammers or Unfair Stamp, so that's what the card was there for. I like having a lot of disruption in my decks, so one Airy, one Judge is kind of my disruption package, but there are a lot of other cards to go with this theme that you will see in my items. But first, like my starters, the cards that help me set up: Pokepad, search your deck for any non-rule box Pokemon; Fighting Gong, search your deck for any basic fighting Pokemon or basic fighting energy. Then we have the 3 Buddy Poffins that search for your 70 HP Riolus and your Dunsparce. Since the Dunsparce shuffles the Dunsparce back into the deck, you'll always have an option for this. So they're not dead later in the game. And then I ended up going to 1 Ultra Ball. You do just want Ultra Ball to search your deck for any card, but it also helps you discard energy out of your hand or discard deck cards that you don't want to see later off of Lilies. So just 1 Ultra Ball. I did want to go 2 and 2, but when I tested 2 and 2, I was just not seeing buddies or really wanting buddies, and I'd like prize 1, only play 1. So cut Ultra Ball, and then I added the Brox and the Hilda. So those got me the cards I wanted. Then for your quote unquote power cards, we have the Premium Power Pro to boost the damage of your fighting Pokemon by 30 HP. 30. So now 2 of these is helping Mega Brave do 330 and KOing, Dragapult. Or you can combo it along with Gravity Mountain. So Gravity Mountain lowers their HP by 30, and then one of these boosts your attack by 30. So now you're doing 300, and both of these will take out a Pult or a Blaziken, or whatever you need to take out. It took out a Garchomp for me. So that was nice. 1 special red card for more disruption. 1 air balloon, kind of standard. I wanted to play like 2 of these or like 1 of these and a switch, but I didn't have room because of the other cards I was trying to tech. And I think it semi cost me, well, not having a switch cost me in top 8, but sometimes you just find yourself in a position where you want another switching card. played Prime Catcher to be another quote-unquote switch out, but this was also kind of like the third boss as well, because you want the deck to be really aggressive, you want it to gust a lot, and you want to take key KOs whenever you can, and like as fast as you can, because Lucario isn't really like a setup deck, right? You're trying to go and take big KOs or like key knockouts as fast as possible. So I thought Prime Catcher really allowed you to do that. I was between Max Belt, Prime Catcher, and Unfair Stamp, and I thought Prime Catcher was just essentially better because it essentially filled like two spots for me. One as a switching card and two as a third boss's orders. And it honestly caught a lot of people off guard. But last but not least, I ended up playing 3 Crushing Hammers. I didn't have room for 4 because I still wanted to play 9 energies. Obviously, the Airy could have been maybe the 4th, but I thought 3 was just enough because hitting one Crushing Hammers can kind of turn the tides of a game. Hitting 2 is just insane. So I thought 3 just gave me a good chance at least being able to try and hit 1, and that make all of the difference. So I think I went 2 of 6 when I played the hammers in top 14. But I think I would still play hammers in this list, and hopefully I just flip better. And then last but not least, we have 7 basic fighting energies and 2 rocking energies. Rocking energy is just for trying to avoid getting confused by Monkey Dory or trying to protect something from getting hit by Dragapult. It can't be replaced, honestly. Like, I wish I had the room to play 1 more, because originally the list had 1 more, but then I just subbed the 1 more for a Hilda, because obviously you want all of your cards to have value in a deck like this that is just really straightforward. I wouldn't necessarily say super linear, even though your game plan is punch face, but like you want full value out of like a lot of the cards you play and a lot of the pieces that you have. So you want your cards to do multiple things, have multiple effects, because that's what wins you the game, right? You want all of your cards to give full value doing something. So this being able to not only count as an energy attachment, but to block pult damage is really nice. So yeah, that is my full Lucario list from SPL playoffs. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys see me at locals and you see a Lucario flip over, you'll probably know my 60 for the next couple of weeks. But it is what it is. I really enjoyed Lucario. Not only is it like my second favorite Mon like of all time, but it's just a really fun deck to play. I think anybody can play it and do well with it, even with all of the like Clefairies running around. I think this deck is still enjoyable to play, and I hope you all enjoyed my take. I'll be back with some other videos. I got a couple of videos. I got 2 interviews from SPL playoffs at least, and then I'll probably talk about everyone's deck that everybody played at playoffs in a separate video. So until next time, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you at locals. Deuces.